A day of celebration for Darlington Nagby, his final regular season game. Will it end with a victory? We shall see. All the action from Lower.com Field coming up next.
Jason Russell-Rowe, he gets the start as the number 9 with no Diego Rossi available, but there is a new man on the bench, Rudy Camacho, very creative. He's been very effective on the score sheet. And the number 9 up top, Eric Massin, Choupo-Moting leads the line.
They know they're going to be at least in the wildcard match, but can they get themselves into the top 7? It is Red Bull New York who get us on the way, attacking from right to left. It's always been a difficult matchup for Columbus Crew. But what are you looking for early on from the hosts in this one?
You know, it's interesting when we talked to both managers, actually. One of the things that they emphasized on either end was a theme around finishing. The Crew not taking their chances. I think we've seen over the course of this season the lack of Cucho and how they've had to adjust and try to figure out different ways to combat that.
Choupo-Moting trying to take it down. Now the flag does go up against. A bit of an indecision from Edwards. Comes back in, the veteran of Major League Soccer, trying to play it forward, and that's comfortable. Choupo-Moting was in a central position. That one just mistimed by Sean Nealis. Gets a little bit of help from his brother on that far side, and now the free kick goes against Columbus Crew. Sandro Schwartz, we talked to him this week about the disappointment of not making the playoffs, and he mentioned the investment into the side in terms of what other clubs have spent. But he said he's plowing ahead with plans for next season in terms of who they are, their identity, their style, and if you add a couple of pieces, he feels they can be a challenger again.
The other part that he added, Sandro Schwartz, was how poor they were on the road.
Yeah.
I mean, when you look at the results, 10 wins at home, but now you contrast that with their result performances, 2 wins. 2 wins, 10 losses, 4 draws on the road this season. And normally we focus so much on, yeah, you take care of business at home, it gives you a chance to be in a playoff position. They're only 4 points coming into this game off the mark of what they were last season. So it just shows that the bar to be a playoff team has risen in the Eastern Conference this season. And it also just highlights that they're not that far off the mark, right? If they could just get some more goal contributions in the final third beyond their 2 DPs.
There's a ball in towards one of those. Choupo-Moting hits and scores. It's a super strike from the man who's done no wrong in front of goal for Red Bull this season. And a shock lead for the away team.
What a finish this is, but it starts with Red Bull at their very best. Doing a good job of winning second balls. They win the initial one. It's a little glancing flick on, and now it's just being urgent, being sharp. Yango does a good job of nicking that ball off of Darlington Nagby, but as soon as the middle forwards win this ball, his first instinct is, how can I play forward? How can I get the ball into the path of one of my attacking players? And it's his buddy, his twin duo in the attacking line. And what a pure strike that is. Instinctual strike from the big man. Seems as though Toronto's up 1-0. You take a look at the goal here. Oh, decent finish as well. But at home, Toronto FC had the lead over Orlando, and as you mentioned, if these results can hold up and somehow Columbus can turn this tie around. Take a look at the high boot there from Daniel Edelman. Gets its name in the book early on in this one.
Ooh. We spoke to. Interesting that the first look for Red Bull New York was taken so emphatically. Columbus looking a little bit tentative in the final third. Without Diego Rossi, he's out today with a hamstring issue. Well, listed as day today, so we think of a quick turnaround if results stay this way. There might be a lot to ask of him. Now the ball played in behind. Picard, it's going to go to Herrera! Quick response from the Crew. They are level within minutes of conceding. 1-1.
The final third. Keep an eye at the bottom of your screen, because Herrera, when he comes into the game, into this play, he's definitive with his actions. No one from Red Bull have any idea where the wingback is, and it's a good ball in from Lapalainen. He sees the space at the far post, and because the ball is weighted perfectly, it makes up the mind of Herrera. He doesn't need to take a touch. All he needs to do is keep it low. He equalizes the scoreline here at Lower.com Field.
Scored a very good goal against Orlando, and that's a 4th assist for Lapalainen, who couldn't have timed that pass any better. We've seen goals from wing-backs in the past for Columbus Crew in this setup. Farsi in particular playing on that right-hand side, getting among the goals, and Herrera clinical with that finish.
Max Arson as well, and
yep.
that's the value when the ball is weighted in the right way. If that ball doesn't have enough pace on it, if it doesn't lead Herrera and make up his mind for him, at times you get caught up in the game and you're indecisive with your decisions, with your actions. That time the Crew get it right.
Choupo-Moting showing his strength again in 1v1s. Still has it. Edge of the box, back for Edelman, not a great pass. And he might have launched a counter-attack. Russell Rowe in behind Dylan Nealis. Picard making a run down the middle, offs it out wide. Plays in Picard, just too much on the ball, is there? And McCarthy gets across and gives away the corner.
Good transition moment for the Crew, but as we just celebrated the weight of the pass from Lapalainen, now we're a little bit more critical of the weight of the pass there from Jason Russell Rowe. You'd see the difference in how it can lead to a chance versus this one ended up in just a corner kick.
Great response from the Crew to conceding that opening goal. Just sprung into life. Have looked tentative, but an emphatic leveler. And now they're pushing here again. Nagby tracking this one down. Berggren. Choupo-Moting. Ball out wide. The cross towards the far post. Valencia challenging. Gets there ahead of Moreira. Forsberg just out muscling. The defender goes for goal. And saved by Schulte. Really good play from Forsberg to fashion the effort. Good strength from the Swedish midfielder. Playing the ball here for Edwards. Choupo-Moting again making that run across, trying to hold up the ball. This time it's a touch from Amundsen. He's very difficult when he gets position, Choupo-Moting, to just knock off the ball.
It's a big body. I mean, and that's the threat that they hope that they have from him, and the consistent threat. He's an outlet. He's comfortable running the channel of Choupo-Moting, but then also, as you mentioned, good in the hold-up play. He knows how to get his body between the defender and the ball. And then he could be a presence here on long throws as well.
Edwards, a little flick. Forsberg central, and it's comfortable for Schulte, but the long throw-in worked well. They got the flick on. They got the second chance. Reinhard Schulte now coming the other way. It's Russell Rowe trying to turn back. It's going to fall kindly here for Lapalainen. Long way out. Herrera again making a good run forward. Could go for goal. Does go for goal, just wide.
And it's the Crew playing in transition once again. This play starts with Patrick Schulte trying to open up the game.
All of the East games kicking off at exactly the same time. And that's a mistake at the back from the goalkeeper. Picard central! Just over McCarthy. Just gave that one away.
The league currently, and what did he do today? He went and added to his tally.
No shock there. Austin, good skill from him. Austin trying to get forward. Hack trying to get back in. He went for the cross early. Russell Rowe was at the far post, but it was intercepted well. And that becomes dicey.
Becomes dicey, and also could potentially involve travel. There is a world where they finish 8th and they're still in that wild card match, but they're hosting.
Yep.
But as it stands, they're still in the 9th position and will be traveling for a midweek game for a wild card.
Here comes the change, and it is going to be Gazdag coming on, Lassi Lapalainen coming off. Perhaps a bit of a surprise for the man who set up the goal. That brought Columbus level. What do you make of the change, Mo?
Well, he's going to play, Daniel Gazdag's going to play that position very different than Lassi Lapalainen. Lapalainen has a little bit more flexibility to go into the wide channels, and himself and Max Arson can kind of play interchangeably. Gazdag will play more central. Just putting a button on that LAFC Colorado match. Colorado have a lot to play for in that match.
Chambeau playing across. Russell Rowe right into the hands of McCarthy. That's the nature of the business. Choupo-Moting trying to outrun Amundsen, who just knocks it out of play. Nealis in no hurry to go across and take this throw in. Just 4 points off the tally of last season in terms of final position. New York Red Bulls. But no chance of playoffs. Dylan Nealis, long throw towards Hack. It's going to come back for Nealis. Edelman, good chance to cross, a good angle for it. Well defended. Edelman, another long ball towards that far post. Touch back and Chambeau and Russell Rowe in all kinds of space. Picard and Gazdag trying to make a run down the middle. Jason Russell Rowe taking up ground, gets that cross in. Gazdag on his right foot. Big save from McCarthy. Really well hit from Gazdag. And the cross goes out of play.
Situation in the first half where a Red Bulls throw-in led to a chance for Columbus. This time they get it right. It's well played, and Daniel Gazdag does really well to get that ball under control because it kind of skips into him between players. Doesn't receive it comfortably, but does enough to get.
Certainly not what was expected. 3 goals, 4 assists. When you're replacing a legend like Cucho. Very difficult. Nagby on the turn. And that effort, that break got the fans on the feet as well. Picard. Nice little touch, and the overlapping run was being made by Moreira. Here's Yengord again. And again he goes back, even though Austin is further forward, and 8 ties in a row before losing away at LAFC. I think for Robin Fraser, signs that things are going to be a lot better there next year. We'll take a look at the live standings. And as is for Columbus, although a goal would see them jump up into 7th. And that would set up a very interesting matchup in the best-of-3 series. My sideline reporter want to give the fans the information on that?
The goal scorer is DeAndre Kerr for Toronto FC.
Well, the matchup would be against Cincinnati as things stand. If Columbus could move up.
And don't call me that.
Picard tries to get wide, little touch, and almost gets it beyond McCarthy.
And this is really good football from the crew. Once again, it's Hugo Picard just finding them little pop. Daniel Gazdag tries a little clever flick. We saw that in the game earlier. What was it, Newcastle versus Brighton?
Voltamata with a very good finish, yeah.
Daniel Gazdag doing his best impression there. Just couldn't get enough on the ball.
Austin. Habrun. 1 goal and 1 assist on the season for Taha Habrun. Zawadzki. Nice outlet pass to the far side. Gazdag making the run in behind. And comfortable for Sean Nealis. Just knocks it out of play for the throw-in. The player comparison is presented by Celsius Pure Passion and Maximum Energy with 0 sugar. We look at Hugo Picard and Eric Choupo-Moting. In terms of touches so far, Picard a lot more of the ball, but Choupo-Moting the most important touch for Red Bulls so far.
But Picard has been incredibly lively. Whether it's finding the ball deeper, oh, what a ball.
Oh, lovely touch in for Habrun. The ball played back across. Gazdag scores! He's had his difficulties since arriving at Lower.com Field, but he's delivered in the biggest of moments. Gazdag!
This is the value for Wilfred Nancy of introducing subs that can change the game. It's U20 Taha Habrun, who does so well, just creating that little space, drawing out defenders, and now there's a little opening to attack space. He's clever, has a look over his shoulder, and guys, like, I actually thought he had let the chance go when he lets the ball go across his body, but in doing that, he also drags John McCarthy, creates a little window for himself, and from that distance,
Goma inside the area, tries to get the cross in, and that one cleared. Playing with fire here, Columbus crew. That's going to be Chambeau coming off. Aliou on.
Substitution for Columbus. Leaving the match, number 7.
Had a lot of these pitch side chats from Wilfred Nancy to a number of players. This time it's Morena having a word.
It's well done.
Zawadzki just struggled to get out of this zone right now, Columbus Crew. Again, the pressure coming from Edelman, and he's won the throw-in. Wiki Kimona's done a good job on that far side.
The Red Bull need to capitalize on this momentum they're building right now. Good with the ball in terms of keeping Columbus camped in. Good counter pressing to win the ball back higher up the pitch, but now create a real chance.
Aliou and Gazdag. He's not going to beat Duncan to that one. Back from McCarthy. And not a good ball out. Right into the path of Aliou, who steals it. A goalkeeping blunder presents a gift for the substitute Ibrahim Aliou.
And it's a gift of a goal. An absolute gift of a goal for the Columbus Crew. Just when it felt like the Red Bull was trying to find their way back in. Doesn't pick a pass. Good anticipation from Aliou, but the pass is nowhere near hitting its target. Not enough weight on the ball. Doesn't pick out Kyle Duncan. And from this distance, the sub who's just come on, Ibrahim Aliou. Open.
Final seconds of Darlington Nagbe's regular season career in Major League Soccer. He's not done in the playoffs yet, and if the rest of his career is anything to go by, he's got a few games to go in that regard. Here is Darlington Nagbe. Perhaps fitting, he has the final pass of his final regular season game.